Yo, what's good guys? Inswain with Inswain Audio. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe and to join our family because we're growing every day. I drop tutorials just like this every day. Tips, tricks, tutorials, discussions, tidbits, you name it. Welcome to the family. We missed you. Anyways, today I'm going to be showing you a quick and easy trick that's going to add character to your mixes so they're not so boring and basic and just predictable. Let's go. Okay, so first I'm gonna show you what we got. It's just like a little, it's kind of like a pop song, but to me it sounds like a build up of an EDM song. I'll just show you what we got and then we'll go from there.
I know that there's something so special about you and me, babe. You got me, you got me, you got me feeling fine. So just say the words cause you know what it means.
Okay, you get the idea. Nothing going on really yet, not mixed. Just wanted to show you what we got. Now, something like this, right? The vocal would sound good with a lot of spatial effects like reverb delays and stuff, especially because it's so laid back and there's those breaks in between the phrases. So a delay would work really good here, right? So we might go slap a delay on it. Maybe a quarter note delay, and that's what this would sound like.
I know that there's something so special about you and me, babe. You got me, you got me, you got me feeling fine.
Sounds fine, it's not horrible, but it's really stiff and just boring. So with this simple trick I'm going to show you, you're going to take these boring delays and give your mix so much character, and it's going to add so much rhythm to the vocal performance. It's just going to blow your mind. And you could do this to other instruments as well. And you don't need this specific plugin. I was using this plugin and that's what inspired me to make this video, but I'm going to show you how to do it with a stock plugin right after this. And yeah, we'll go from there. So what you do is instead of having your, right here we got quarter note delay syncopated, like they're locked into the grid. What if we move them a little bit back or a little bit forward, right? We rush them or drag them a little bit and they're not perfectly on the grid because a vocal performance isn't perfectly on the grid like this, right? The singer or the performer is going to ebb and flow a little bit. So what if our echoes did that as well? And what's nice about this plugin is it has a feel knob over here, right? We can either rush it or drag it, like early or late. And right here in the middle, that's, perfectly locked in. So that's what we just heard. Now let's see if I just drag it a little bit, how much more laid back and in the pocket it's going to feel.
I know that there's something so special about you and me, babe. You got me, you got me, you got me feeling fine. So just say the words cause you know what it means to me, babe.
It's so much more groovy. It makes you want to dance. As soon as you find that pocket, you just know, you feel it. You're just riding right along. And that makes it feel almost like that is how it should be locked up to the grid. And that's because, like I said, vocals, they ebb and flow. They're early, they're late. So if our delays are perfectly lined up to the line grids on our DAW, right? We want them rocking a little bit, have a little character. And that's why this can add so much flavor. And obviously these delays are very loud and distracting, and I wouldn't leave them like this. The feel is good, but everything else, they're too loud, right? But when you actually mix them in and you have it like this, you can choose how subtle or exaggerated you want your delays, but even subtly, not where you can hear them, you can just feel them. It's still going to add a nice bounce to the vocal. And you can get really extreme with it, but the problem is if you get too extremes, then it doesn't feel like it's really musical at all. But you never know. Try it out. Sometimes it'll feel better to rush them like a little bit ahead of the beat, and that just depends on the delivery of the vocal and the tempo and the cadence. In this case, it's laid back, so we went with a dragon feel. Dragging, not dragon. But maybe in like a rap song where they're rapping fast or they're ahead of the beat, right? Maybe a rushing feel might sound better. So let's try that. It's not going to sound good with this vocal, but I'll at least show you what it sounds like. We'll start right in the middle and move it to rushing.
I know that there's something so special about you and me, babe. You got me, you got me, you got me feeling fine. So just say the words cause you know what it means to me, babe. When you got me, you got me, you got me feeling right.
And you can tell right there I start dancing. You feel right when you get back to where we were, because that's where I chose. But right when you get in that pocket, you can just feel it. And it adds so much character to your vocal, or like I said, anything, but I find it works really good with vocals. Anything that's rhythmic is really gonna play well with this. So like I promised, I'll show you now how to do it with the stock Logic plugin. You could do this with any delay. All you have to do is, instead of being like synced perfect up to a quarter note, which in this case is 600 milliseconds because of our BPM math, you could just do it a little bit faster than 600 milliseconds or a little bit slower. And 600 is only specific to this tempo and notation. But yeah, you can just do it a little faster or a little slower. Some, like this plugin, have a deviation where, watch, see how we're perfectly straight up and down at 12 o'clock at the quarter note? If I add a little deviation, we're going to be a little bit later. We're starting to get towards a half note triplet, or anything in between. Or you can go a little bit faster and start to head towards a dotted eighth note, right? Anywhere in between. And you can see it's changing the milliseconds, right? So it might be different how you do it with your delay plugin, but it's possible in any one. So let me start right at the quarter note. We'll hear what the stock Logic delay sounds like, and then I'll add some deviation to get that dragging feel that we had before.
I know that there's something so special about you, baby. You got me, you got me, you got me, you got me.
All right, now let's add some character to this mix. Let's add some deviation. Let's slow it up a little bit. Let's let it fall back in the pocket.
I know that there's something so special about you, baby. You got me, you got me, you got me, you got me. So just say the words, 'cause you know all it means to me, babe. When you get me, you get me, you get me. I know that there's something so special about you, baby.
Sounds a lot groovier and more dialed than when we didn't have the plus 5% deviation. If we just had it syncopated hard on the grid, it's robotic and boring. This is a great trick. I don't do this all the time. Honestly, most of the time I'm probably doing, straight up quarter notes or straight up eighth notes, whatever it might be, with very little deviation or no deviation. But sometimes it's going to really take your delays from boring and distracting to just helping the vocal fall right into the pocket, adding so much rhythm and groove. And like I said, this is really good for instruments too, like a synth or a guitar, maybe like an arpeggio or sound design, like if you're producing. Oh my God. But yeah, this trick is super simple, super subtle, but can really just add so much movement to your mix. Because let's be honest, if your mix if you can't move to the song, what do you really got, right? All the people want to do is dance. So this right here, this is going to give you dance ability. Hope this helped you. Hope you took something from it. Play around with it. Add some deviation. Add some dragon or some Russian. I gotta go. Anyways, guys, I hope you got something from that. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Maybe even share if you're feeling so inclined. I'd appreciate it. The family's growing every day. We're almost at 500 subscribers. One day we're going to look back and laugh at that number. Can't wait to take y'all with me, man. I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'm about to go film the next tutorial for tomorrow. So it'll be me today, but I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.